Want proof that you can build a Super Bowl contending team with multiple late round draft picks? Look no further than the San Francisco 49ers, currently looking to win their 6th Lombardi Trophy in franchise history. The 49ers have been a contender for 3 of the last 4 seasons, but haven't quite been able to make it to the very top. They have another shot at it now because they've done an amazing job building their team through the draft. Not so much in the first round outside of Nick Bosa, but definitely in the later rounds while making a few trades along the way. This all started following the 49ers 2-14 season in 2016, and the 49ers decided to go with a new GM and coaching regime by hiring Kyle Shanahan to be their head coach and Hall of Fame safety John Lynch to be their new GM. Shanahan has never been a head coach prior to this, but was the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, who had the #1 offense the previous year. I know the 28-3 comments are coming, but he obviously did a lot right to get them the best offense in the league. Shanahan's offense is schemed for pocket passers who can get the ball out quickly and throw the ball with anticipation, especially down the middle of the field. Add that to John Lynch's ability to build a great team mostly through late round draft picks. The 49ers had maybe the biggest steal in the 2016 draft by drafting George Kittle in the 5th round, who'd be a top 2 tight end in the league for years to come. He may have been the only memorable player they drafted that year, but that was enough to get them on the right track towards building a winning team again. The 49ers lost their first 9 games of the 2017 season before making a midseason trade for Jimmy Garoppolo with the Patriots. Garoppolo won both his starts the year prior while Tom Brady was serving his 4-game suspension to start the season due to the Deflategate scandal. So it was clear that Garoppolo was ready to be a starter, just there was no way that was happening in New England with Tom Brady there. From that point on, in what was supposed to be a lost season, the 49ers won 6 of their last 7 games to finish the year 6-10. Yes, they missed the playoffs and couldn't get the first overall pick, but they still did what they should have done. Play to win, not tank for the rest of the season. So what if they're not drafting first overall? Did the 49ers need Baker Mayfield to become a Super Bowl contender? No, right? In the 2018 NFL draft, the 49ers made a decent first round pick by drafting Mike McGlinchey 9th overall, but they really made their mark in the 3rd round by drafting Fred Warner, who's made 3 of the last 4 All-Pro first teams and has helped anchor what for the last 2 seasons has been a top 3 defense in the NFL. The 2018 season was just another forgettable season as Jimmy Garoppolo tore his ACL in week 3 and the 49ers were just 4-12. There was still one bright spot on the 49ers, George Kittle, who led all tight ends in receiving yards on his way to his first Pro Bowl and All-Pro selection, all while having backup quarterbacks throw to him for most of the season. 2 seasons now into the John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan regime, and the 49ers still haven't had a winning season. However, the 49ers stayed patient. They believed there was light at the end of the tunnel with the 2nd overall pick in the upcoming draft, and if they could just get Jimmy Garoppolo healthy to throw to George Kittle instead of backup quarterbacks. With the 2nd overall pick in the 2019 NFL draft, the 49ers took Nick Bosa, by far their best first round pick of their rebuild. Then in the 2nd round, they drafted Deebo Samuel, who would already be the best wide receiver on his team as a rookie and the 49ers' 2nd leading receiver behind George Kittle. The 49ers also drafted Greenlaw in the 5th round. He would not only become a starter as a rookie, he's still an important part of their defense today. The 2019 season saw one of the greatest single season turnarounds in NFL history as the 49ers rose from just 4-12 to 13-3 and made a Super Bowl appearance only to lose to the best quarterback in the NFL today. After losing in the Super Bowl, the 49ers traded their 31st overall pick and 2 later round picks to get the 25th overall pick, which they used to draft Brandon Aiyuk. Aiyuk has led the 49ers in receiving yards the last 2 seasons. The 49ers also acquired future Hall of Fame tackle Trent Williams from the Commanders, still the Redskins for another month at the time to bolster their offensive line. He's still going strong now at 35 years old. The 2020 season ended up being a step back for the 49ers due to injuries. Nick Bosa tore his ACL in week 2 and Jimmy Garoppolo missed 10 games due to an ankle injury. With Garoppolo's health concerns, the 49ers traded up to the 3rd overall pick to draft Trey Lance, but Lance's NFL career up to this point has been marred by injuries. The 49ers really hit the lottery late in the 5th round by drafting Talanoa Hufanga, who made it to the Pro Bowl and All-Pro first team in just his 2nd season in the league. The 2021 49ers had a resurgence resurgence as Jimmy Garoppolo played 15 games for just the second time in his career as the team went 10-7, which was good enough for the 6th seed in the playoffs. First, they extended the Cowboys' NFC Championship route in the wildcard game. Then they upset Aaron Rodgers in the 13-4 Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field in a snowstorm before succumbing to the eventual champion Los Angeles Rams in the NFC Championship. Garoppolo threw for 232 passing yards and 2 touchdowns in the NFC Championship game, but the 49ers offense failed to score in the fourth quarter. Garoppolo's interception to Travin Howard while pressured by Aaron Donald sealed the victory for the Rams. The 49ers' best pick in the 2022 NFL Draft happened to be the last pick of the entire draft. You probably already heard the story by now, right? Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, the last overall pick to ever be the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl this year. Going into last season, the 49ers slotted Trey Lance to be the starting quarterback with Garoppolo as the second string and Purdy as the third string. However, Garoppolo regained his starting job in week 3 after Trey Lance broke his ankle in week 2. Last season, the 49ers were a 500 team after 6 games. The defense was dominant, but the offense needed a spark, so they made a trade for Christian McCaffrey, who was plagued by injuries the previous 2 seasons with the Panthers. This would become a big win for the 49ers as McCaffrey had a career resurgence in San Francisco. The Chiefs crushed the 49ers in McCaffrey's 49ers debut in week 7, but the 49ers won all of their remaining games after that. Week 13 was Brock Purdy's chance to shine after Garoppolo was injured again for the remainder of the season, and Purdy would replace him as the starting quarterback. The 49ers still managed to win their last 5 games of the season, even with a guy who came into the season as a third string quarterback and last pick of the draft. Come playoff time, the 49ers had no problem manhandling the Seahawks and extending the Cowboys' NFC Championship drought yet again. But then came the red-hot Philadelphia Eagles, who Purdy would end up injuring his elbow against, and it was bad enough to need surgery after the game. After his backup Josh Johnson got concussed, Purdy was only able to throw 2 passes while mostly having to hand the ball off for the remainder of the game, making it an easy win for the Eagles. At least the Chiefs didn't let the Eagles hoist the Lombardi Trophy though. As disappointing as the end of the season was, one nice thing that still happened was Nick Bosa being named Defensive Player of the Year. After the 2022 season, the 49ers would move on from Jimmy Garoppolo as he would sign with the Raiders, and the Niners traded Trey Lance, giving the starting quarterback reins to Brock Purdy from the first snap of the season, and Purdy would never look back. The 49ers finished this season with a 12-5 record, good enough for their second straight division title, with their offense being ranked 3rd in points scored and their defense was 3rd in points allowed. After making fourth quarter comebacks against the Packers and Lions in each of their first 2 playoff games, here they are now in the Super Bowl. Do you think they'll finally win their 6th Lombardi Trophy, or do the Chiefs repeat? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. If the 49ers win, I'm thinking about making a video on Brock Purdy's unprecedented rise to stardom, or if the Chiefs win, they'd be the first team since the 2004 Patriots to repeat as Super Bowl champions, so probably a video on that, just what I'm thinking in the moment, so I hope you stay tuned for that. Either way, hopefully we see a great game. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be much appreciated. If you could please consider subscribing and turning on notifications, your support is much appreciated. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much as always for your support. Links to my social media are down below. If you'd like to see my most recent video and the one that YouTube recommends, both are up above. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.